opportunity to wish you all a very happy, healthy, and prosperous new year. As you know, 2025 was absolutely incredible, our biggest year ever. Some incredibly memorable things that occurred throughout the year, and of course we were able to end the year with our incredible global conference in Anaheim, California. A remarkable event, biggest one that we've ever had in the history of our company. We had the incredible Doobie Brothers opening up things on Thursday night, incredible speakers, lots of information on X2O, Sellergize, business trainings, recognition. Of course, we showed our brand new Code of Creation film on Friday night. We had Jacob Collier, a Grammy Award-winning artist that led things off. And then, of course, after an amazing Saturday, we all got to celebrate the end of the conference with Elton John, Sir Elton John. So truly an amazing celebration of 21 years in business. Thank you so much for making it such a memorable, great event. And I'm going to come back to that a little bit later, because Meredith and I, in early December, we were able to do, along with Janine, we were able to do a debriefing session with the top leaders in our company. And we got some very, very interesting feedback that I want to share with you that is going to pave the way for how we do future events. You're going to love this. But first, before we get started with any of this, I want to talk to you about something that's a subject that I might not normally discuss with you, but it's a good time at the beginning of the year to be addressing this. We have the whole year out in front of us now. It's a lot of time when people are thinking about making some life changes, making commitments, getting back to the gym, getting on a diet, setting financial goals, whatever it might be. So I'm going to start here today with you as we look ahead through 2026. And where to start is with mindset. But let's take this back just one moment. Let's say that you and I were in an airport together. And I were to ask you, show me someone that you think is a person that has a lot of discipline. So keep in mind, people around in the airport are all strangers. You're not going to speak to them. Could you identify the person that shows confidence and discipline? Absolutely you could. You would look at them physically and you'd make an assessment. You would see someone that is physically fit and you would say, okay, you would know that in order to get in shape, this person has to have determination, persistence, discipline, and this leads to confidence in the way that they walk and speak and everything else. So we make, without ever having to speak with anyone, we can make an assessment as to what their lifestyle might be like in order to be physically fit. So we're judged by others all the time based on our appearance and how we carry ourselves. And so this comes back into the subject of personal power. So what I'd like you to be thinking about in the coming year, and especially this month as you're getting started, what are some of the things that you can do to reclaim or maintain your personal power? There's two areas that I want to focus in on that I think could be enormously helpful to you. The first one, of course, since we already mentioned it, is going to be in exercise. Now, there's an enormous number of great reasons as to why we want to exercise. First of all, we're going to feel better. We'll get more productive hours during the day. We'll be able to do more things with our kids, with our friends, with our family. We'll have more energy, more vitality. And of course, when we exercise, it turns on genes that are associated with health and longevity. So we can live longer through exercise. We can even cause partial age reversal if the exercise is intense enough. And that's really exciting. So for example, there's a study that I talked about at the conference that we had in October, where it's been shown that after 2 years of doing intense cardio, not spending hours in the gym, but doing intense cardio, like sprinting, we can physically reverse the age of the heart by as much as 20 years. So if you're in your 50s and you want to perform like a 30-year-old, doing things like sprinting on a regular weekly basis is going to get you there. So this is very, very important, because if you're out for the company, you're doing presentations, you're at your work with your family, and you want to have more personal power, one of the ways that you're going to get there is through exercise. Needless to say, you want to pair that with a healthy diet. So that's some of the things that we covered at Global Conference. We don't need to spend a lot of time on it here, because there's obviously any number of different ways that you can be performing exercise. You don't have to invest an enormous amount of time in this, but you do have to stay committed to a regular schedule. And this year, we're going to be coming out with studies to show how you can get the maximum benefits out of exercise in the shortest period of time possible. Really excited about that. 80 seconds worth of sprints per week can be the amount of cardio that you're doing. That's with X39. So be looking forward to seeing more on that later this year. Same with resistance training. 1 minute to start off of resistance training per week with X39 gets you results. You can do that for 8-12 weeks, and you're back in, starting burning fat, building muscle strength and stamina. So we'll have more on that during the year. And again, if you were at a conference, you already got that information. Now, the second thing that you can do to grow and build your personal power is prayer. Prayer and meditation. It is so important to start off the day by centering yourself, grounding yourself, and getting yourself in the right mindset. One of the things that you can do that's really simple right after waking up is meditate and pray for 5 or 10 minutes. You relax, you calm your nervous system, you focus on God, you focus on gratitude especially, and this has a biochemical effect on our body. It will first balance out the nervous system. It will create balance between the sympathetic and the parasympathetic nervous system, puts us into a state of relaxation, reduces stress, reduces inflammation, and it's great for our mindset. So when we're spiritually and emotionally strong and grounded, this is a way for us to perform better and take on the day. So I'm going to recommend that in 2026, those are 2 things for you to focus on and stay committed to. Get in the right mindset, enjoy your exercise program, enjoy healthy eating, enjoy the way that you're feeling, and start off the day with prayer, meditation, gratitude to get your mindset the right way, and you're going to see remarkable changes that occur from doing this. It's worked for me, and so I wanted to share that with you. Okay, let's talk a bit now about what we are doing to build the business at LifeWave. And we have a very comprehensive series of things that we've done to upgrade our facilities, upgrade our services, so we can maintain the growth that we've been experiencing. So let's start this off. I've got a list here that I'm going to look at. First thing is on manufacturing. I'm happy to say that at the end of 2025, we got a new facility on board in Ireland for manufacturing our patches. This includes high-speed manufacturing, computer automated visual detection systems, and now we can support a company doing well over $2 billion US dollars per year. So regardless of how fast you're going to build the business, we're going to be able to keep up with you. We keep reinvesting in our manufacturing, in our capacity, and this is because we've experienced phenomenal growth, and this is why you see that over the years, we have never experienced an outage, inventory outage in our patch products. It's because we're always ahead of the curve on this. So we've continued to make more and more investments into our manufacturing. We did that at the end of 2025, and you have our commitment that we'll always stay ahead on this. Now, another thing that we're doing is on customer service. We began this investment about 2 years ago, and by the time we get to the end of 2026, you'll see further upgrades in our customer service. Of course, we continue to take on new people, add additional human resources in the customer service, but we've also invested with a company that we've partnered with on AI solutions. Now, our goal is not to replace human beings, our goal is to expand our services. So this means that we can, in the future, offer customer service 24/7 and offer it in every language that we currently service and that we, in countries that we distribute out to. So our goal is to ultimately have 24/7 customer service in any language, and also to continue to maintain our human operators and switch them over gradually to both inbound and outbound customer service. So we see this as a way of supporting our community and building our business in the future. Now, another thing that we're doing that I'm excited about is on order fulfillment. So as we're moving towards 24/7 customer service, we're always looking at moving towards 24/7 order fulfillment. So how are we going to achieve this? We've been evaluating on a regular basis the state of the art on robotics, and there are a few companies that we've reached out to on this that we're looking to partner with. But the technology is finally here where we can use humanoid robots in order fulfillment. So what does this look like? We would have a staff of human beings during the day that would be fulfilling orders, and in the evening shift, we would have robots that would be removing inventory from shelves, stocking inventory, moving boxes, and getting things ready for human beings. So what this means is that we will be able to significantly increase the capacity of our order fulfillment center. So regardless of how quickly we grow, we will be able to keep up with that growth. So that's the purpose of that project. And our staff, I would tell you, is very excited about implementing this. So we're going to do this on a test basis out of our San Diego facility first, and then move on to other facilities as we see successful testing and integration. Now, likewise, we're also going to be having new sales and marketing tools that are going to be coming this year. So in addition to the normal things that you would expect, like business training videos, product videos, we always want to be innovative and creative in this process. So for those of you that were at our global conference, of course, on Friday night you got to see a private screening of the Code of Creation. That is our 1-hour film which goes into the story of the development of our X2O water machine, and we were absolutely delighted at the reception that we got after showing this film. So our plan is to get this into some film festivals. We're hoping, of course, that we can win an award with this film. Very difficult to do that, but we're hoping that happens. But around the middle of the year, we'll have a plan to deploy that film And eventually, of course, we want to get this film in multiple languages so we can deploy it globally. So we'll have an entirely new way of generating leads and building brand awareness with LifeWave, with this film. Jim Caldwell and I, who is our VP of Special Projects, he and I have talked about this, and given the incredible reception that we had, we're certainly going to be looking at this as a marketing strategy in the future. So this may not be the last film that we ever do. I think that's what I'm trying to say. We're going to get this one out to market, see what the reception is like, but based on where we're at, this may not be the last film that we ever do. So we'll see what the future has in store for us. Now, another project that we got to release in October, we're approaching, I guess it's over 300,000 views, well on our way to 500,000 views and beyond, was the smash hit, The World's Oldest Intern. Of course, this was a video project we did with none other than Star Trek legend, Captain Kirk William Shatner. It was an absolute pleasure and a delight to see the reaction from our community when that piece went out and debuted. Special thanks to Mr. Doug Drexler for assisting with that and everyone that was involved with it. And that has turned out to be an incredibly successful marketing piece to build brand awareness about LifeWave. So I think that you can expect that you'll see more of these types of projects in the future. Funny enough, some of the comments that we saw online was that people wanted to see a Netflix series of the world's oldest intern. We thought that was hilarious, that people loved it that much. But this is to say that we want to continue trying projects like this in the future to build brand awareness, to continue to give you new tools to build the business with. We're also going to look at new ways of getting out into some of these specialized markets. So for example, coming up this August in Las Vegas will be a convention to celebrate the 60th anniversary of Star Trek. Now, as you know, this is a community with more than 100 million people worldwide that watch Star Trek. It's been an incredible phenomenon since the 1960s. And at this year's convention in Las Vegas, there has been a documentary filmed on the life of Doug Drexler, of course, who we worked with on World's Oldest Intern, and he was the genius behind the design of our Welcome Center. We're so grateful to be working with Doug. What an amazing human being he is. Just a great person. And he loves our LifeWave community. Well, Doug loves our LifeWave community so much that in the story of his life at the Star Trek convention in Las Vegas this summer, he is going to be talking about LifeWave, and in his documentary, he's going to be featuring the Welcome Center. So we're going to be able to build this great brand awareness in the Star Trek community. I also understand that some of our brand partners are going to be there, and we're even looking at having a booth at the Star Trek convention to help schedule people to come in and see our futuristic Welcome Center. So we're doing a lot of innovative, creative projects like this to build brand awareness so that when you go out to introduce LifeWave to someone, they can say, yeah, I heard about LifeWave. I saw that film Code of Creation, or I saw The World's Oldest Intern, or I heard it I saw it online, I saw athletes using it. Whatever the case may be, we're going to continue to push forward and produce these new marketing tools, building brand awareness to make your job easier at building your LifeWave business. Now, I think it's probably a good time, speaking about our products, One of the things that our community has been incredibly excited about now for more than a year is the release of our X2O water machine. We have faced incredible challenges trying to get this out to market, hence the delays. But we wanted to make sure that everything went well. We had during our pre-market phase last year, we had about just over 500 machines, 550 machines that were out at market, and we were able to collect some incredible testimonials and hear about incredible experiences that people were having with this technology. So we're really looking forward to getting this out to market now. We start releasing new machines in February, and stay tuned for more details on that. But we finally were able to resolve some of the technical issues that were in the first batch. We want to make sure everything is perfect, so when we roll this out, you have the best experience possible. So those first machines will be coming, of course, to our launch in the United States. And we're looking at other markets. We're going to be developing the market throughout the European Union, Japan, and South Korea. You'll see notifications on this starting around or so this summer, and we want to be able to do official releases in those markets before the end of this year. Now that's going to depend on a lot of things, getting coordinated on our manufacturing, order fulfillment, a technical center to support you in each of those markets. So stay tuned for more details, but we want to start here in the US in February, and then release the product out to our global markets before the end of the year. The same would be true with Cellergize, although Cellergize, of course, is moving a little bit quicker. We got wonderful feedback on Cellergize morning and evening. Those product launches have gone great here in the United States. We've developed a version of Cellergize for the European Union, so that's going out to market. And likewise, we've also developed a version of Cellergize for some countries in Asia. We're also looking at creating formulas for certain markets like South Korea and Taiwan that can't use the formulas that are going out to countries like Japan and Malaysia. So stay tuned on that. We continue to develop and look at how we can get Cellergize out to more and more markets since it has been so successful. And of course, one of the things that we're looking forward to doing is building towards our global conference. Now, I want to take a moment to let you know what we're thinking on this. When we built out our Welcome Center at our office in Utah, the way that we were looking at our office in Utah, and we still do, is as a showpiece. This is why we've had so many incentive trips out to the office in Utah, because we want people to learn about our company, to see who we are, experience our Welcome Center, and have that understanding of why LifeWave is so different than every other company in our industry. We had to invest a massive amount of money, millions of dollars, to build out that office and Welcome Center. But our thinking was that this needed to be a showpiece, and if this was going to support our community and help bring new brand partners and customers into our business, if our brand partners could be using that office as a tool, it was well worth it. And that's absolutely what's happened. So we're delighted at how many of our brand partners and leaders take advantage of our office in Utah. Now, what's happened with our global conference the past 2 years is really extraordinary. And quite frankly, it's something that we didn't expect. For those of you that were at the 20th anniversary celebration, you know that we had an amazing lineup of speakers. This was the first year that we did an experience center for our brand partners, a VIP center. And we started off with this amazing 800 drone show. We had the real authentic Blues Brothers with Dan Aykroyd and Jim Belushi. And of course, we finished on Saturday evening with performances from Gwen Stefani and Maroon 5. And we got such amazing feedback from our community that we decided to repeat that again for our 21st anniversary celebration last year by kicking things off with 3 Grammy Award winners. We had the Doobie Brothers on Thursday night. We had an incredible lineup of speakers and entertainment during the day. Jacob Collier, another Grammy Award winner, Code of Creation film on Friday. And then, of course, we finished things off with Elton John on Saturday night. And the way our team looked at this was that this was an opportunity to say thank you to all of you for being part of our LifeWave community and for building our business and making this the great company that it is. Because after all, this doesn't happen without all of you. So we always looked at the last 2 years as, hey, let's go the extra mile, and I use this as an opportunity to thank each of you for being a part of LifeWave. But something amazing happened. When we did a debriefing in December with our leaders, they decided to invite some of their prospects, people that were interested in coming into the LifeWave community, to that event. And what our leaders told us was the feedback that they got was as soon as their prospect came into the experience center, they said, oh my God, we've never seen anything like this. They came into the arena, saw the excitement, saw the energy, and they signed up. And even in a meeting, one of our leaders had a meeting the following week, and because of conference, they got 75 new signups in a single day. And this is not a unique experience. We heard this from leaders all over the world, that they brought people that were interested in our LifeWave community, that were interested in checking us out, so they came to the global conference. They were absolutely blown away with the experience, and they joined the company. So the reason why I'm sharing this with all of you is we have set a phenomenal trend now in who we are, what our culture is all about, and how we give back and express our gratitude for our community. So you have my promise that this is going to continue on now. We're going to have a phenomenal global conference this year. It's going to be in October. It's back in Anaheim again at the same place at the Anaheim Convention Center. And we're just now lining up what that event is going to look like, what type of entertainment we have, what type of performers we're going to bring in. But we're going to make it big and bold so that you can be proud to be part of our community, and you can tell people that are on the outside looking in, hey, I'm going to this global conference. We have this amazing lineup. Why don't you join me and find out what this company is all about? So you can look forward to an amazing global conference in October. And of course, we'll share details on that when we get to the appropriate time. So that's about the amount of time I wanted to take to wish you all a happy new year and talk to you about the year ahead. It's going to be another phenomenal year, but mostly I wanted to say thank you for being a part of LifeWave. Thank you for everything that you're doing to bring our products to those people in need. Every day we get to be part of a business and community that's bringing light and healing all across the world. And we're changing lives each and every single day in some amazing ways. So, best of luck to you and your family. May God bless you and your family, and have a happy and healthy new year. And looking forward to seeing you at one of our events in